we will start our module exception handling in PL SQL. You all must be aware of the term previously in other programming languages. The meaning of the term exception is same here, but the method used to handle exception will vary in syntax. So an exception is an error which disrupts the normal flow of execution of program. Here PL SQL provides us with the exception block through which we can raise an exception and which helps us to find out the error in the block, and we will try to resolve it. So what is an exception? It is basically an error in PL SQL program that is raised during the execution of program. An exception is also called a runtime error, the error which occurs during the execution time. So there are two methods through which we can raise an exception. An exception can be raised implicitly by the Oracle server and explicitly by the program. So an exception which is raised implicitly is called the system exception, and the exception which is raised by user is called the user-defined exception. Study the types of exception in detail. First of all, it is clear that exceptions that can be raised by server implicitly can be classified into two types. One is unnamed exception and the other one is named exception. Here unnamed means that some exceptions do not have name. They can be identified only through numeric code or error code, while named exception have some predefined names given by PL SQL server, such as no data found, too many rows, etc. This is used for specific purpose only, and the user-defined exceptions are defined by the user according to his or her requirement. So we need to raise them explicitly in our code. So we have three basic categories of exceptions. One is internally defined exceptions, predefined exceptions, and user-defined exceptions. Now we will see how we can use these in our PL SQL course, right? Till now we had developed our program without the exception handler. Now we will see the structure of our program using the exception handler. So here we have used this exception section, and this is the reserved word which we have declared in the begin section, followed by the executable command. So we will write the code for exception handler here, and in this section we will declare the we can declare our predefined exception, both named as well as unnamed exception. So we have used when exception 1, then exception handling statement. Here in this program we have three predefined exceptions, that is exception 1, exception 2 and exception 3, and we have when others, then exception handling statement. So this is basically used to define unnamed exception. So our program may have combination of predefined, named as well as unnamed exception, or we can create user-defined exception also, right? Now we will see some of the named exceptions which are raised automatically by the Oracle server. These are no data found, too many rows, zero divide, and value error. Here no data found error occurs whenever we will try to fetch some data from a SQL table in our program using select into command, and that data is not found in the table. So this exception is raised, right? And second one is too many rows. In our PL SQL program, we can use select into statement to fetch only one particular record from a table defined in the SQL. So whenever we issue a command which fetches more than one row, this will result in error. So this exception is raised, right? And third one is zero divide. This exception is raised when we try to divide a number by a zero in our program. And last one is value error. Value error is basically occurs when we try to fetch the value of a attribute defined in our SQL table into a variable of our PL SQL code, and both are of different data types. So this type of exception occurs. So these are four predefined exceptions that can occur in a program, right? This example shows how no data found exception is caught in a program. This is a simple example in which we are trying to extract the customer name from a table for a particular customer ID. Here we have initialized the value of a customer ID as a 10, and we are trying to extract the name of that particular customer. So we have used this statement, select name into CNAME from customer where ID is equal to CID, and then we will display the name of that particular customer. But suppose that customer is not present in the table, so an exception is caught here. So we have written exception handling code here, exception when no data found, then dbms underscore output dot put underscore line no such customer. So this is a predefined exception, no data found. So this statement will be printed whenever we don't find that customer in our table, right? There is one more exception, right? When others, then dbms underscore output dot put underscore line error. This is this will be raised when there is some unnamed exception in our program. So it shows how we can use exception handling mechanism in our program. This is a simple example which shows how too many rows exception is caught in a program, right? This is a simple example through which we are trying to fetch the name of those customers whose ID is greater than the customer ID which we are defined in our program, right? So whenever we get those customers, we will print their name. But if there are more than one customer whose ID is greater than the current ID, then this statement won't be able to print all those rows. So too many rows exception is caught here, and the message corresponding to such an exception will be printed. So this is how we can use too many rows exception in our program, right? This is the second category of exception, that is the unnamed system exception. These are basically those exceptions for which Oracle doesn't provide a name. Now we will see how to handle unnamed system exception. There are two methods to handle unnamed system exception. First method is making use of when others exception handler that we had seen in our previous example, right? Second method is by associating the exception or an error code to a name and using it as a same exception, right? In this we will use a pragma called system init, which is basically associate a predefined Oracle error number of code to a programmer defined exception name. How this can be done, we will see through an example in the next slide. This shows the use of unnamed system exception in our program. This is a simple program in which we are trying to delete a particular record from a supplier table corresponding to supplier ID 1. In this program, we can't delete that particular record because there are some child record corresponding to this particular attribute. So we will create an unnamed system exception using the concept of pragma here. So in the declare section, we will write the name of the exception and then exception keyword. Here AAA is the name of the exception that we are defined here. And then we will write the keyword pragma, and then we will use exception init. It is a predefined procedure and this has two parameters. First is the name of the exception that we are defined here, and then we will associate an error code and exception with this predefined exception, right? In the begin section, after the executable statement, we will write exception keyword and then when name of the exception we had defined previously, then and then the print statement. So in this program, whenever that exception is caused, and this statement will be printed. So this is how we can create an unnamed system exception and we can define it with the code, right? So this is the third category of exception, that is the user-defined exception. Why do we need to create user-defined exceptions in our program? Sometimes there are some error condition in our program which can't be caught by the predefined exceptions, both named or unnamed. So we need to create our own exception, right? So this is the simple syntax for raising an exception, that is a user-defined exception, right? First of all, we will declare an exception name with the keyword exception in the declaration section, and in the begin section, we will use the condition, right? If condition, then raise exception name. This is the exception name which we had declared previously in our declaration section, right? So this exception will be caught or raised only when this particular condition is true, right? So when this condition is true, the control will move to the exception handling part declared after this statement, right? In the exception handling part, we will see whether that particular exception name is present. So when exception name, then statement. So in this case, we will match the name of the exception raised by the exception handler in the condition with the name of the exception that we had defined in the exception section, and the statement corresponding to that block will be executed. So this is how we can define our user-defined exception, right? Here we will see how we can define our user-defined exception using a simple example. In this example, we are trying to create an exception with name zero commission, right? In this, for example, we want the value of a commission should be non-zero. If the value of a condition is 0, in that case an exception 0 commission is raised, and the exception handling code will be printed according to that particular exception, right? So in the begin section we have used this condition: if commission is equal to 0, then raise 0 commission, right? So while executing the program, whenever the value of a commission will be 0, in that case that particular exception will be caught, and the code corresponding to that particular exception will be executing, right? So the message, the commission should not be 0, will be printed. So this is how we can define our on exception in our program, right? Now even if you may make some mistakes while coding your program, you must be aware of how to handle them and avoid it from terminating your program abruptly. So exception handling play an important role in PL SQL just like other programming languages. So you need to practice the programs relating to 3 different kind of exceptions, and you also write them in your practical file. Thank you.